Right guys, today me and Aaron are fishing at Hardway. The weather is a bit appalling really. We're trying for a flounder or a bass. We're using ragworm and black lug today. I'll get Aaron to pan around where we are so you can see. We're next to a pier and yeah, hopefully we'll catch something. Catch up with you in a bit.
Right, I just want to show you the rigs we're using. You're probably getting a bit bored with our rig showing, but we enjoy it, so hopefully you will too. Right, so we've got a one up, one down. I don't know if you can see it. This is my first hook. We've got a couple of green beads on a Camazan 2 short shank hook. We're just going to put a few worms on now. Hopefully you'll be able to see it alright. Just like to thread them up so we've got both ends of the worm moving. And I just like to, if I can get hold of them, a bit wriggly. Like to put just another little one on the end to give it a little bit of extra movement in the water. Right, that's the top hook done. On my bottom hook I've got a Camazan 2 match hook with about 6 yellow beads. I'll try a different colour with them. I'll just bait them up again. Bait him just behind the top of the head, and then come out plenty by the tail, so you got both ends are moving. There we go. Right, the weight I'm using today, we've got a watch lead. Lots of knobbly bits on there so it sits on top of the mud, and give every sort of 5 or 10 minutes give your line a couple of turns and it hopefully stir the mud up on the bottom, which the founders will come and have a look at, investigate, and hopefully take one of our baits.
Well, I'm going to show you what rig I'm using today. One up, one down again, but I've gone for the pink beads and then the multi-coloured beads. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully you can see that. Right, I'm using the same bait as Aaron, the freshly dug ragworm. Dry my fingers because it's a bit wet. Right, thread him over, like so. Get another one. There's the first one done. Let's get the second one. I'm using the same hooks as Aaron. Size 2 short shank Camazan hook. As you can tell by the wind, it's horrible out today. Same again. Like so. Bring the beads down. Should look like that. I want to give it a go with a little bit of cotton on here. I'll chuck a little bit of cotton on there if I can find it. So, this is black lug. I'll do one hook with black lug on. Right. So I'll put the black lug on. Normally I use scissors. Right, go in, out, in, out, So it looks like that. You can put cotton on, but I'm just going to fish it like that.
Why do you put it through the hook like that?
Just keep.
Why do you not put it up like a ragworm?
Just personal preference, really.
Has it? Does it hold it on?
Yeah, I'd say it holds on a little bit better. But you can, when you're making your rigs, leave a tag end on here. I don't know if you can see that. You can make it when you're doing your hook snoods. Leave a little bit of a tag end and it'll punch to the sidewall. But I'm not going to bother cotton it up. I'm going to cotton up. I'm going to put some cotton on my worms. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put a little bit of cotton on. Only a little bit. Enough to hold it on. There you go. Let's get the next hook. I'm going to put a little bit on there.
And hopefully that's for stopping the crabs?
Well, yeah, hopefully. Well,
stop the crabs nipping it off so quick?
Hoping to stop it, pull them off. Fingers crossed. You could use the pop-up beads. But
I think that's going to be next on the list, Gav.
Yeah, we'll go through the pop-up beads.
We'll have a try of the pop-ups.
You know, it's not the best presented bait. I've sort of rushed it. My fingers are quite sticky and wet. So yeah, that's how I'll bait up. See what happens. Hopefully a fish will come along. It's not looking good at the moment. Oh, I also want to go through the. Oh, ow. Careful the tree. I'm using a pyramid lead. It looks a bit mullered at the moment. I've hit it against the wall, and my barrel arm ain't set. It just flings back. But yeah, let's go get this one out. Another thing, I'm going to dunk him in the water just to stop the bait coming off. Just whack it out. Give it a couple of turns to get it out of the mud, because my lead's different to Aaron's. Aaron's lead sits on top of the mud, mine sits on top of it but it rolls, so it adds a bit more disturbance, a bit more frequently. So yeah, hopefully we'll get something out of it. Right, we've done a couple of hours down Hardway, we ain't really caught anything. So we're going to give it a go tomorrow and see what's about. We'll come back to the same place, but we're going to go around the corner. There's a little walkway we can sit on. But yeah, there's enough, we ain't caught anything. So hopefully we'll catch something tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Right, today I'm going to show you how I bait up again. I'm using a one up, one down. Got something slightly different this time. Got a few colourful beads. Some different bait as well. We're using maddies and your ragworm. These are the hooks I'm using, the Camazan short shanks, size 2s. Right, just going to show you how I bait up. Right, so thread them over like so, thread them all the way up. Leave a little bit of hook so the tails wiggle. Right, now I'm going to use some maddies. A couple like this. These are freshly dug because they're very, very slimy. Do you know what? I'll just go with the ragworm. There's one flounder bait presented. Right, let's get the other hook. Same style again. Camazan short shank with pink beads this time. Go down the side, thread them over like so. Sorry about the noise, dust and sweepers coming past. And like so, well, I'll give it another go with these baddies. Just put a couple on here. So that's what it should look like. Right, let's talk about my setup. This is my reel. I'm using 55 braid or 60 braid, I'm not too sure. The reason why I use this because I'm using braid straight through. This is a finger stool. It saves me cutting my finger or damaging my finger or whatever. You know, it does, when it catches it hurts when you're just fishing braid straight through. Plus braid is quite
You could end up ripping your finger off, Gav.
You certainly can. I'm using the pyramid lead, 3 ounce. Obviously bead, swivel bead, crimp either side. I'm not a king lover of crimps, but I had to make a rig up quickly because the power gum is quite annoying to tie. Right.
And works out quite expensive, mate.
It certainly does as well, yeah. Same again, bead, swivel, crimp. I ain't bothered crimping up here. I like to have a little bit of movement, so doing it flat as in the tide. Yeah.
How long do you reckon your trace is?
I'm going to give it, I reckon, about 3 foot. My hook snoods, I'm not too sure, about a foot long, maybe less. But yeah, right. This is what I do. Get it lined up like so. If you look down here, I always dip my worms in the water first. So as I go to cast, they tend to stay on a bit better. Right, let's get into the casting position. So really I want boats, big boys. This is how I do it.
I think that was a bit of a blooper there, Gav. You've knackered that one up. Also, I just want to say, when we're flounder fishing, it doesn't really matter how far we cast out because the flounders are usually quite in close. And this bit here where the wall is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So when then?
It's recording.
Well, hi guys. We thought we'd come out for some more flounder today, or at least try and get some. Down Hardway again. Bait we're using is just a bit of ragworm. And first cast. And we've finally got a flounder.
Yep.
Now I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice little one. Thank God we've finally caught one. Now we'll go and release him straight back. Down. Right, we're just going to release him now. There he goes. Beautiful.
What is it? I think it's a bass, yeah.
Right, second fish of the day, just had a little bang and it took off like a bloody bullet. Quite surprised, got a nice little bass there. He's going about 47. There you go, lovely. We'll just go weigh him now, see what he weighs. There you go, just over £2. I think it says £2.2. It does indeed. Nice little bass there. Makes up for all the rubbish days we've had just lately. Just going to put this one back. It should go back straight. To fight another day. There we go. Beautiful.